Hi everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to Tea Time and a Card. Just going to give it a few seconds for everyone to find me. You can see I have some new products here to show you tonight. Okay, I can see everyone jumping on. Welcome everyone. So as you can see, I have some dies here that I'm going to be showing you tonight that I'm using. One thing about these dies, these are new. They just started in our new annual catalog. And some of you guys may have missed them. This is our catalog. Because they're stand-alone dies, they don't go with the stamp set. And you can find them on page 165 right here. So if you haven't gone through the whole catalog and just checked out the die section, that's where you'll find them. I'm also using the Good Feeling stamp set. I'm using the Thank You sentiment. And let me bring in, I've gone ahead and cut the dies in white just to show you what they look like. So on this one here, it's kind of like a curvy starburst effect. I'm just trying to reposition. I hit something when I moved this, so they moved on me. Now, one thing about this one, or actually let me move to this one first. When you cut the starburst, which would be this one, there's a little tiny circle you can see there in the middle that holds all of these intact. So all you need to do is, if you want to glue them like side by side like that, you can glue them as is, or you can just pull on these and they come apart. So very easy to pull these apart, you can see. Okay, that's what that looks like. Now, when you do these ones, you're going to see on the card that I'm going to show you tonight, when I glue these together, I actually leave a spacing. Now, when you do this, the spacing comes out great because this is a square shape. If you try to do it with this one, so let me show you what I mean. If I want to add a space in between the pieces, so this one looks great. But as you go deeper down into this, if you want to keep this straight down here, when you get to the bottom, see this one's going to be a little bit longer. And same thing here. So what I've seen people doing, if you want to leave like a 1/8 inch space in between, what people are doing is cutting off the stitched end just to even that out. So you can glue it that way, or you can just go ahead and put them back together with the seam. And you can see the stitching on there. It's pretty neat. And the stitching is the same on this piece. You got the stitching around each piece. So let me show you what I'm going to do tonight. Let me bring in my products. So I have another new die. This one is called, the first one I showed you is Patchwork Pieces. And then this one is Nested Essentials dies. Look at all the shapes. So you get 4 of each shape. I'm actually using number 3. So if you count from the middle, it's 1, 2, 3. Or if you count from the outside, it's number 2. I've got this pre-cut, so you're going to see what I mean. There's my thank you image that I'm using, the sentiment. I've already stamped it ahead of time, but I just wanted to show it to you. I use Night of Navy ink. And I'm using also the pastel adhesive back sequins. Now those come in 2 sizes. And you get the 3 colors. Very pretty sequins, and they're self-adhesive. Now let me grab my cardstock and then I'll show you the cards I'll be making. We've got Night of Navy 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Basic white 5 1/4 by 4. Night of Navy 5 inches by 3 1/2. And here's my sentiment that I already stamped with the Night of Navy ink and cut out with the die that I showed you. That's it, just 4 pieces. I've gone ahead and pre-cut. So let me make some room here. I need to show you and explain to you what I did. So you can see here I used 3 cardstock colors. I have Boho Blue, Lemon Lolly, and Bubble Bath. I've already gone ahead and split them apart. Because I have 3 colors, I'm going to end up with 3 cards. And what I did is I put like the blue, the yellow, and the pink, and I tore off one at a time and swapped them out to make 3 patterns. So you can do 2 colors, end up with 2 cards. You can do 4 colors, end up with 4 cards. Very simple. And something else that I did to make it easier for gluing, I added the adhesive sheets on the back. So now I'm going to bring these out in order. So they all have the adhesive sheets. So what I essentially did is made my own stickers. And the way you do that, you take your cardstock piece, you glue your adhesive sheet down first. Then you would take your die, the adhesive on the back. You would take your die, put it through the machine, and then each section will have the adhesive sheet on the back. You just peel and stick, just like a sticker. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to try not to touch that. I'm going to fold on the score line. And this is the card we're making. I'm going to go ahead and glue the white layer. So how many of you guys missed this die in the catalog? Like I said, it's a standalone die, so you might not have gone through the catalog far enough to see that. Now, what I did with this piece, it's a little bit longer. I wanted to allow myself a little bit of spacing to play with. I'm going to use my paper piercer. I'm going to start with this one, and all I do is flip it over, and I just kind of poke it, and it comes right off. So this one is going to go right here, and I added about 1/8 of an inch around all 4 sides. So I'm going to continue. Sometimes I go off too much in the middle. You kind of have to poke it on the side for it to peel off. Here's my next one. So I'm watching right here, and I'm watching on the inside to line that up. So this is the worst part. You have to watch me peel and stick all these little pieces. Hold on. There we go. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get that to go. Here's my bubble bath. Lemon lolly. You can see as I'm gluing this, I'm going to have extra down here, and that's okay. I did that on purpose just to make sure I had enough room to play, and I'm going to trim that when I'm done. So this is a great way to make several cards in one sitting. Oh, Jules, look what I just did, but you know what? Hold on. I just tore that. I had an extra one, but it's not going in the right direction. I didn't poke deep enough. Let me glue this back. I peeled the cardstock layer, you guys. I'm too rough. Let's try this again. There we go. I got it this time, I think. No, it's still not going. This one here is really stuck on. There we go. Now I can't remember what I was saying. I got disgruntled here just trying to peel this off. I think I was saying this is a great way to do several cards at once in one sitting, because it, depending on how many colors of cardstock you cut, will determine how many cards you want to make. And you don't need to worry about the middle too much, because the sentiment is going to cover that. And the same with the other die. You can do multiple colors. This pink one just seems to want to keep the adhesive on there. The bubble bath. Okay, only a few more pieces to go. 3 more. But you can see once you have all of these cut, isn't it great that you can just peel and stick and go? Okay, I got 2 more. And I would advise that you guys do what I did. Wait a minute, I'm gonna turn this so I can see the edge. By adding a little bit of extra cardstock on 2 edges so that you make sure you line this up correctly. Because you can always go back and trim it off. Whereas if you cut it the exact size you need, you might end up messing up on your layout. Okay, there's that. Now let me get my little cutter. And I'm just going to shave off about 1/8 of an inch on 2 sides. See how easy that was? Then we're going to take the sentiment and glue that with dimensionals. I'm just going to pop 4 right on there. And I'm trying to peek over. You guys know I work ahead. I think I have a card fold for you, a new to me card fold next week. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to add the sequins. I was looking at the sentiment when I said that. I did 3 large ones and 3 of the smaller size. Doesn't the gold look good against those 3 colors? And then we're going to do dimensionals one more time. I love the height. Yeah, so next week will be a card fold, and then the week after I have a technique. I have 2 weeks all planned already. Okay, make sure this opens. And I will pick a name on Facebook tomorrow morning, and the winner will get 3 cards this time. Oh, I gotta show you guys you probably see a little tail up on the screen. When I get ready to start filming today, my cat left this on the counter for me. So I gotta sneak that in the picture. That's his little mouse he likes to play with. So there's my 3 cards, you guys. I really love these dies. Let me bring them back in so you can look at them again. Make sure you order them. And we still have our 15% off designer paper sale going on also. So make sure you get in on that before the end of the month. That only goes until June 30th. So that's my cards for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the new dies. And have a good week, everyone. I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Good night.